going on, guys? So today what I wanted to do is do a short video, I say short relatively speaking, on my Tusk Panniers and what I have in them, not the panniers themselves. So I put a few items in there as far as tools, spare tubes, weather gear, and that kind of stuff, and I wanted to weigh it on this this scale right here so I could balance it between the two panniers, because right now it's all in one and the other one is basically empty. And what I want to do is balance these items between these two panniers, so I always have it with me. It's always balanced, and that way when I add other stuff to them, I'll keep the weight limit as close as possible to being balanced on both sides of the bike. So let me just go through right now and see what I've got, and we'll get some weight on it, and I will take some notes on what I got. My trusty water stained notepad. So we open up the box. Funny enough, I can't remember who it was that commented on another guy's video talking about panniers, but they started making jokes about putting reflective tape and things on there, and I bullshit you not. I had just put some reflective tape on these panniers, but I don't care. It is what it is. Alright, so in this bag right here, this is a dry bag. This is my wet weather stuff. This is a cheap rain suit I got from Jaffram, and a pair of those over boots that I showed you guys the other day. So we'll turn the scale on. That is just so it's at ounces. Let's see. Now the scale only goes up to, if I can get this on here, 11 pounds. So if it's more than 11 pounds, it ain't gonna work. Let me see if I can get it on here. There we go. So the rain suit is 3 pounds. So let me write that down. Rain suit, 3 pounds. Set that to the side. And this little black case right here, I have my slime compressor, or my slime air pump, and all at the bottom of the bag is all the different attachments that come with it. And we'll zip that up. That just stays in this little black bag with the molly straps on it, and it weighs 1.1 pounds. So that's pretty light, relatively speaking. I have another one of those little pouches, and in here I have just some miscellaneous electronics, wire stuff, some connectors, some screwdriver bits, some wire lugs, some zip ties, and I have these rim protectors so for changing tires. And let's just see what that weighs. That probably doesn't weigh a lot, and I could probably put some more tools inside of there. So let me see if it. That's a 1/10 of a pound, so I'm not even going to worry about that. This is insignificant. Now I also have in here, let's see if I can bring you guys over real quick. So inside the pannier I have some really dense foam, and it's really thick. I mean probably 2 inches thick, but this way I can separate a lot of the stuff on the bottom. So if you take this out, see, it's pretty thick. This is like 2 inches thick right here. I'm gonna get the camera. This is like 2 inches thick right here. So I have these two pieces that separate some of the things on the bottom. Okay, and we have a tool roll and some other stuff, and I'll show you that. So back to the scale. Alright, so this is another dry bag, and this has my spare tubes in it. And I want to tell you, heavy duty tubes, front and rear, are huge. And I bet this weighs 5 pounds. It does. It weighs 5 pounds for the front and the rear tube. And that's pretty heavy. And that's what I'm saying. I want to get a tool tube for the front, but these things are huge. I don't know if I can. I'd have to get a really large diameter tool tube to get these spare tubes put in. And did I make a mistake buying the? Did I make a mistake buying the heavy duty tubes? Let me know. Let me know if there's a better option out there. Okay, I also have these Motion Pro tire spoons. These are not the light ones. These are 2 pounds. Now what I've done with these is, as you can see, there's this is an old inner tube, and I have it stretched over them to keep them together and they don't clack around. And these are the heavy duty metal ones. I haven't used them, but they seem to be pretty good. There's also a bead breaker on this side, which comes in handy. So, yep, just an old inner tube stretched over it, and to keep them from clacking around. I like it. Makes sense. Works fine. So this is Kawasaki 10W40 oil that I put in an empty quart bottle just to have a spare quart of oil on me. Let's see what that way. I got the electrical tape around the cap, and I have this inside a little bag, just a little bit of added safety. And that's just over a pound. I'll put that to the side. And the tool roll, I don't know if the tool roll is as heavy as those inner tubes or not. It is. It's the same weight, 5 pounds, 5.1 pounds. So let me add all this up real quick. And you won't hear me doing this because I will edit the video appropriately. So total in that pannier is 17 pounds. And that's quite a bit of weight to have just on one side of the bike. So, and I know these 2-inch foam blocks take up some space, but believe me, if I needed the space, those blocks would just come out. So I'm going to have to figure out which to do. So it's going to be fairly simple, I think, because the tools are 5 pounds, so they'll go on one. The tubes are 5 pounds, so they'll go on the other. So I can just, you know, so I'll go down a list here and put the pump in the left side, or I'll put the tubes in the right side, I'll put the tools in the left side, the oil's a pound and the pump is a pound, so I'll put the oil in the left side, the pump in the right side, and the spoons are 2 pounds and the rain suit is 3. So I'm a pound different on one side, which is no problem. And I'll add the electrical stuff on the other side, and I can, you know, add anything, some other minor thing to make up the difference. So I'm going to have, you know, basically 8.5 pounds in each side right now with the items that I want to keep with me at all times. Now, if I was going camping or on a longer trip, there would be other things in there, but I just want to balance it out. And I'll go ahead and go through my tools real quick. That way this video is not super short. And like I said, I'm learning as I go. I've watched other people do tool reviews on what's in their tool roll, and I really would appreciate any input, like something that I should have. I know there's some things that I don't have, and there's some things that I should have. So we'll just go from there. So over here, these are the OEM tools that came with the bike. So this is the axle nuts and everything else, and up here, that's fine too. Right here, I have some of these little ratcheting wrenches, metric. They're from they're Clutch brand. I got them from Northern Tool. So they're a open end wrench on this side and a ratchet on this side, which is very cool. So I have a 10mm through a 15mm on that. Right here I have metric hex wrenches. I have a ratchet right here, which is pretty cool. It's got a nice flex head on it, and it's also the same name brand, Clutch, for Northern Tool. But what I like about this, it has a 3/8 inch drive on this side and a 1/4 inch drive on that side, so I could use 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch drive sockets. Put that away. I spent some money at Northern Tool the other day. This is just a pair of slip joint pliers. I did have some channel locks in there, but you can't, I haven't had to use pliers or channel locks on the bike, and I figured some slip joint pliers would be fine. Now this right here is just a screwdriver, but all the bits are in here, so it's got some different number 1 and number 2 Phillips and flat tips, Torx bit and a square bit. Let's leave that in there. It's a magnetic pickup tool over here. These are handy. I use these all the time. I'm always dropping stuff, and even if you don't drop it in a place that you can't get to, you can, if you drop it, don't want to walk around the other side of the bike, you can grab it and pick it up with that. These are some bent nose needle nose right here. These are the sockets I have. Now this came with my T-handle wrench that I got, okay? And I would love to put that in the bike, but it really doesn't fit in this tool roll to roll it up because of its shape. So we're just going to leave that out for now. So the sockets I have are, well, let's see, 17mm all the way down to, I think this is a 8. So I got 17 to 8mm sockets that are 3/8 inch drive. And right here in this little Altoids tin, I have a tire patch kit. I have multiple patches in there to cement, and a scrubber is on the bottom. It all came in it was a tube. Right here it is. So this is the tire patch kit I got right here. But I took most of the, see, there's still some patches in there, but I took most of the patches out and took the lid and manipulated it, bent it and everything so it would be flat and it would go in this Altoids tin to keep it safe from getting smashed up. And I just put the rubber band around it. I could put some electrical tape around it to keep it waterproof, but let's just face it, it's not going to happen. And up here in these little pockets, I have a old gift card with some electrical tape and some Gorilla tape on this side. And you saw the other little bag in there that had the zip ties in it. And so that's the tools I have with me so far. And the next time I go out to the bike that I have to do any work on it, I'm going to use these tools. And if there's a tool that I'm missing, I'm going to make a note of it and it'll probably be added. Oh, I forgot this little set of vice grips I got right here too. Just a small, you can see they're not very big, but they might come in handy. So I got slip joints in those, some wrenches. I think I got it covered for now. And but if I don't, I will definitely add some stuff. But other than that, that's what I got going on in these bags. So now I know what to put in each pannier. Yeah, I recommend these big, I don't know if you, I get this at work. We buy this stuff by the 4x8 sheet of plank foam. I got a big piece over there, but I might, yeah, this is coming in handy. That way I can keep the tools at the bottom and don't really have to worry about any other gear getting, you know, mixed up with them. And I always know it's down there. Now, as far as do I need the tools on top or the tube on top or whatever, that's something that I'm going to have to figure out down the road. When something happens and I need to get to something, I'll know where I need it. One thing, the rain gear definitely needs to be near the top or on the top. So that's probably how I'll pack this. But for now, we just went over my what my mandatory basic loadout is here for the pannier, the Tusk panniers, and I'll throw a picture of my reflective tape job. Anyway, I hope you guys got something out of this, and again, please, if there's something in here that I don't need or that you see should be improved or something that I should add, let me know. The tool roll is from Bucket Boss. I also got this at I think this is the medium. I don't remember. I got this also at Northern Tool many months ago. Anyway, that's all I got for now. You guys have a good one. Talk to y'all soon. Later.